Let's just start. Okay. See what happens. All right. So look, yeah, you can look at me. That way we'll.
Okay. I'll be like.
Basically. Okay. Actually, honestly, I'm not super concerned with getting your audio on this.
Oh, okay. On your phone.
On my phone. So see if it responds to that mic.
Hello. Hello. Period. Period. Space. Oh, well, it's a they. That's close. Enter. Let's run this one more time. Do you think it's how I'm saying it? Is it my voice? I really want you to have a headset mic. Okay, talk. Hello. Oh. I am reading this text out loud, clearly and naturally. I will continue to use this tone when I dictate with the product. Right now, I am giving Dragon a chance to adapt to my voice and audio environment. As I talk, Dragon is checking the quality of the audio input and adjusting some settings. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay, let's just go for this. Okay, let's try to do a full answer and just see what happens. Okay, so can you tell me one story of being in the Fine Arts Library?
Like one specific story?
Or just a memory of being inside of the library, just something that happened. Yeah.
Okay, so I went a week ago and I was in it, and I checked out a lot of books about women in contemporary art, specifically like women who made a difference, or like the top female artists who are working today. Mm-hmm. So that was neat. A lot of like feminist theory, which I didn't know that library had it. Mm-hmm. So that was nice.
Did you, when you were in there, did you feel really inspired by the collection that they had of female artists in the library?
Yeah. So it's interesting because they're in different places too. So like I like to like make a list of where I'm gonna find them, mm-hmm. And so I can have an idea. But then once I get there, I always find more next to it. So that's like my favorite part about going to the library is finding more on accident, mm-hmm. than you intended on getting. So yeah, I walked away with like this big stack of like feminist women art books.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel when you were when you were there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's always like I'm always excited when I go in. And then, but it's like it's different because you see everyone, like people studying, and you don't know like where your books are, so that's kind of exciting. And then once you actually find them, I feel like it just like it goes from like this broad, like you see everything, to like you see that one book. So I always think about that, how narrow your vision. I'm bad about tunnel vision anyway, so. Mm-hmm. To see your like vision narrowing when you find the book that you were looking for.
Mm-hmm. So do you usually look in the books? Is that why you usually go in there, is to find the printed material?
Yeah.
Do you ever just go in there to not looking for something specific?
Yeah, a few times. It's hard for me because I always end up like looking for something that I've already checked out. So like this last time I wanted to look for more books like other than the women books, but I couldn't find I wanted to find a Judy Pfaff book because I checked it out during my capstone, and I couldn't find it, and I didn't really look in the computers. I just wanted to like try and remember where I found it the first time, and I couldn't. And yeah, so then I was like, well, I'll try and find something new. But then I ended up not doing that, and I just left. But I had enough books, so.
Totally. Can you think of any instances where the resources you found in the library or the time in your library affected your artwork or your art practice?
Yeah, for sure. So it was very clear. We all went as a class to the Fine Arts Library with our capstone when we were first getting started doing research. And I found the Judy Pfaff books. I found several. And then I also found books that were about abstract painting. And I had never actually really researched it or read about it, even though that's what I like and what I do. But so when I took them all back, that was the first time I've ever actually read every book too that I checked out. And I would put Post-its in it and pull like sentences that I thought resonated with my project, and then bring it out that way. So yeah, I think it did, like, because Judy in her books, I hadn't seen like a collection of her work. I've seen pieces here and there. So it was nice to see like the writings with the collection,
Mm-hmm.
and to see like what she thought about each one. And you know, like she works with space and material and color, and so I was like, that's me. So yeah, so like to read that and then to like help translate that into my project was cool.
Yeah, so you talked about going from broad to narrow, like the way you search for books. Do you see any of those behaviors in the way you make art or in the way that you are in your studio?
Yeah.
Does that ever, can you ever think of like times when that happens, or
yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's so true. I mean, like, that's the way you approach a painting, too.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's how I was taught to approach a painting, was to do, like, large areas first and then narrow it down from there. And that's how I still paint, is, like, I see, like, the way the color, like, works together, and then just pull it further and layer it on top. So, yeah, go narrower and trying to, like, refine it until completion. But I think the same with installation too, because you generally like map out, you have an idea at least where you want to go with it, and then you pull it in tighter to like the movement and the forms you want to do, and then tighter to that to like the details. So yeah, that's a good point. I like that connection.
Cool. Okay, I think that's so much to